Benni McCarthy. He's shaking all the little hands of the future Bafana team here in studio.
Oh, have a seat right here.
What a legend. He has arrived.
What's the intention? To make me cry?
Yeah,
A little bit of a...
I've never heard my name that much. Benni McCarthy.
Hey, that is the legend, sir. That is the... Welcome, legend.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Welcome home.
Oh, thank you very much. This is a proper welcome home, and I feel really honored and privileged to be on the show with you guys and with the future superstars of today here.
Yes.
I think I can see myself in every single one of you, man.
Benny, they're banking school for you. Yeah. Because this is school.
I was the king of bunking school, but not in a Liverpool shirt though.
Which, you looking around here, we've got some are wearing their current team that they play for, some are wearing, their favorite teams. There's a lot of Man United. Which team do you actually support?
The Red, my friend, the most dominant in this room.
Hey?
Yeah.
That's my team, man.
Manchester United.
Born and bred a Red Devil. So.
From the days of Hanover Park, it was Man United.
Yep. It was the likes of Mark Hughes, Paul Ince, Dwight York, Andy Cole. Those were the players because
Fergie's boys.
Yeah, and I think when you're from the Cape Flats, I think you always try and you want to become something. But first of all, the most important thing is you look to see if there's representation, and if there's nobody that kind of looks like you, then that means there's no opportunity. So don't even dream of that. But when you see, there's one, you just need to see someone that kind of resembles what represents you, and then that's the little bit of hope that you need. And obviously Man United have people like Andy Cole, Dwight York, Paul Parker, back in the days. So they were the people that kind of inspired you, because if they can do it, there might be a little small opportunity that you might also have a chance, because there's one that looks like you that's there. So there will probably be space for another one. So that, unfortunately, that was what life was like, and that's what you had to inspire to. So those guys were the ones that kind of gave me hope. And so now, me being who I am, from Hanover Park, from the Cape Flats, a lot of these people that's sitting here, they can relate to what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. So now I'm the beacon of hope for them, because I was able to break down the barriers and nothing could stop me. So I'm sure a lot of these kids, they need to just take that as strength and to move forward, and also knock down every door they could possibly can to also make their dreams happen.
And at what point, when you were playing at Hanover Park as a young boy, did you think, what is my pathway to Europe? You know, probably your immediate goal was PSL, right? Or was it always sights set on Europe?
No, obviously when you watch the Premier League, on your black and white.
Blaupunkt.
Blaupunkt, exactly. Then you watch the Premier League, and Serie A used to be very massive back in the days, like Italian football. So Ruud Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, Marco van Basten at AC Milan.
Bergkamp.
Exactly. So yeah, when you used to watch that, and you would always just think, I wonder if I'm ever going to reach that level or play on that stage and play in San Siro or at Old Trafford or Anfield or Main Road, Man City, the neighbours. You ever wonder if that would be where you would play your football instead of Bokmakiri. So yeah, that was the reality for me. So for me that was Wembley.
Yeah.
Every single Sunday, every time when I used to go play Bundesliga football in the gangster league. So yeah, learning my trades and just dreaming if that would be a possibility for me. But I never gave up hope, because football was my only place where I was just free. There was nothing else that was important to me than playing football, enjoying and winning and feeling like I'm the best thing that life has to offer.
And how easy was it, growing up in Hanover Park, to get distracted and go down the wrong path? Because I'm told you that you've said before that your brother was actually a better player than you, but he liked to party.
Yes, unfortunately for him, he kind of became my aim point because he was exceptionally good.
And did he also play for Hanover Park?
Yeah, he played for Hanover Park, but he was scouted very young, very early, and then I don't know if you remember a team called Lightbody Santos that eventually they became Santos
Yes.
in the PSL, but back in the day they were Lightbody Santos. So when he was under 15s, him, player called David Nutwani and Arasa Daniels, like all the best talents with Duncan Crowey. They were all playing at Santos, so they were like the aim for you, of the local players. And then you had Mark Williams at Clarewood and Sean Ludovic. They were like Sean Bester, Cam Space. So these were the players that you had to try and aim to get because they were the pride of Cape Town. And obviously, so my brother played professional. So Santos, they were in the professional, so they got to travel to Johannesburg and that. So he got out of it really quick, and I got stuck in the slums. So I had to play Sunday league football and church football at times as well, because my dad was quite strict and he didn't want me to be involved because all my friends, it was very easy just to put the balls down and then just to see what happens there. And then all of a sudden you pick up a brick and then throw, and then tomorrow is more than a brick, and then next thing you know, you running around with a gun in your hand shooting people. So that's how easy it was to fall into that trap when you were in an overpark. So obviously football was like a 24 kind of thing. And if you don't, then you get caught up. So it was like just you blink and then you're right in it. It was really tough. It was hard not to be tempted to go to stray. My dad used to murder crap out of me.
And you talk about that in the book.
and you know what? Back then, if I could say, like, I report him for abuse, he goes to jail, I would have probably been gone. I would have been gone off the system.
Yeah.
But I'm glad back when I was growing up, that didn't exist. So your parents had the authority to beat the living crap out of you. And I mean, every single day, if anybody just come and complain, Benny said for check to me when I wanted to send him to the shop. And my dad says, oh, you think you're a big man now, you're a gangster, so you don't want to go to the shop. Bah! Fist bump or the little sambok that he had. Yeah, I used to get murdered.
So tell me, when you had to answer to FIFA, when you mustn't push, did your dad come with the shambak there, or?
Unfortunately for him, he never got to see that moment, So he passed on. He passed on 8 years ago. So but I'm sure he's pretty proud because you know what? As much as I didn't want him to be that guy, I'm glad he's telling people now you mustn't push.
Because what was so funny is like, as a nation, we were all in on it. We were like, we're not going to tell anybody what you actually said. Like, we'll just keep mum. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I have the privilege of being a Cape Townian, and then I have Cape Townians to have my back because it could have been easily misread and misinterpreted, But if you're from Cape Town, when you mustn't push, you mustn't push. as simple as that. End of. No questions asked. You mustn't push, and that's how it's done.
You know what?
Short and simple. You mustn't push. Benny, I must just say it's so special to have you in studio with us this morning with all of these youngsters behind you. Cool how you said you could almost see yourself in them. What would you tell 8-9-year-old Benni McCarthy?
When I look at them, I would just say, like, I know sometimes you want to be much older and you want to grow up fast, but enjoy every moment of being that smiley little kid, that happy, because by the time you know what it is to pay some bills, you don't want to know that. So enjoy being young, enjoy being free, and enjoy just playing and being a kid, because the harsh reality of life is so expensive. And when you start stressing about paying stuff, oh my God, you go look, gray, hair stop growing, because I didn't want it to be young like you guys. So just enjoy whatever it is that you do. Listen to your moms, listen to your dad, stay in school. Education is key. A smart mind, smart brain makes a very smart whatever it is that you want to be, okay? So you can promise me that you got a bright future and you can become whoever you want to be. Doctors, lawyers,
You hear that?
football player.
Football managers.
Exactly.
You know what, Benny? Looking at all these little superstars here, and I know what they're thinking. They're all going, I want to play in the pro leagues in Europe one day. How do I get there?
Give us the secret.
What do you need mentally? What are the sort of signs to look out for now to see this kid's a generational talent like you were?
Because in the book, I mean, you speak a lot about some of the tense relationships you had with some coaches. We see the goals. We see the very happy moments on the field, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that's very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, you can try and give someone just a simple way what to think, but you're gonna encounter some really harsh people and harsh realities, and people who's got a completely different mindset to you that challenge you, and it's how you deal with it. And I think for me it was very easy. It was just the most important was for me just to show up. Show up, because I think that's the hardest. Sometimes the indulging in life, and especially when you come from where I come from, and then all of a sudden your life changed. Now you part of the elite, and you get invited to places you've never ever seen, and you see the amount of temptation that's put in there, because you now classed as an elite, and you know more on the other side where you look in on, oh wow, it looks so amazing. That's me that's there now. So then you kind of stray from what got you there.
Your friends are partying. They
exactly, and then and then when it's time to go back to work, it was so nice, and I'm shattered. So I'm just gonna quick pick up and say, oh, I'm feeling terrible. Can the doc come and see me? Then you don't want to go to work. So, and if you do that once, it's gonna become a reality because you get away with it. And then, so for me, it was always just to pitch up. I'm there every day, and when I'm there, no matter what state I'm in, then I'll get myself through. Like if I'm there, I've shown up, I might as well just do it, you know. And I can go and rest when I get home after training, and then I can sleep the whole day, and hopefully I don't put myself through this again. So that was how I used to get through it. It was every single day show up, no excuses. Doesn't matter how much it hurts, or how painful it is, or how much I'm like, just fuck man, I've made it now. You gotta get up, because at the end of the day, there's people depending on me, and I was doing it because I knew where it started and where I don't want to end up. I don't want to end up back there where it started. So that was always in the back of my mind. So this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm pitching up. This is why I'm getting there. This is why I'm doing all the hard work, is because I don't want to see my mom going back. I promised this, so I gotta suffer the consequences so they can be okay. And I think for all these young kids, you need to find what's most important for you in life, and that is the thing that will guide you. Because every single time when it is tough, you just think about it. Is my mom gonna be proud of this? Is my dad gonna be proud of that? Because I'm here because of them. And when you think about them, then you know you have to get up and you have to go, because disappointing them will be the biggest mistake of your life.
We are live in studio with Benni McCarthy.
Lots of selfies, lots of autographs. A young man brought his boots to sign, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to get new boots." And Mom said, "No, there will be no new boots."
So look, Benni is our greatest footballer that we've ever produced as a country. Now, his dreams from growing up in Hanover Park to one day play for Manchester United. Look, coaching the strike force. We've got some comments here. One from Mr. Bruno Fernandez, what he said about you.
He's a funny person. He's always happy. He's bringing a good energy. He's always positive, trying to help us. I know him from Portugal. Sometimes I do some jokes with him, saying that he was not that good playing for Porto. He's a person that brings positive vibes, good energy, and hopefully he can be a help for us during the season.
Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, Benny's been great with me, and like I said, with all the forward lads, and yeah, his relationship with me is very good. We speak a lot, and we're always analysing the games as well, and showing me ways to improve, and small things that can help me get more chances, more goals.
I read that you turned him from being a good striker to a lethal striker. He credits you with that.
He was already there. I think people just didn't know how to tap into that. I think it's very simple. Like I said, Rashi, as I call him, he comes from a place similar to Hanover Park. So when someone is like that, you have to understand where they come from and how you have to deal with them. Let them tell you what the problem is. And I think people go in there and then you want to coach and put a lot of instructions. He's got to do this, he's got to do that, he's got to do that. He's at Man United because he's undoubtedly the most talented player there. So how do you tap into that talent? Let them tell you what it is that they're struggling with, and then you can try and work on that. Not instruct them to do that, because they are at a far advanced level than what you are, and most coaches think they were average players, but then they become a coach. Now you want to coach someone that only needs to be guided. They need a guidance.
You don't need to teach him how to kick a ball.
That's the thing, and that's where a lot of coaches prior to me going there was always they're the experts, so they need to look smart. That's why I'm the coach. So you need to listen to me, and then there's somebody that's like, listen, just take the shackles off me and show me where and how I need to do this. Don't try and teach me how to control, how to body shape, how to hit the ball, because I can already do that. Yeah. So I think for me it was just more like, and I used to just listen to what he's saying. Listen, he wants to be a little bit better with the head, because when he comes in at times and the ball is coming, and as you head it, you close your eyes. So for me it was just very simple. I was like, that's how you can't score goals, because when your eyes is closed, you don't know where you're heading. No. But it's a natural thing. So I used to just pay attention to what they said and what they wanted, and then I kind of just shoved them in that direction, and they play more free, because I'm not telling them how to shoot, how to body position, put it there, put it here, and then let them be them, but just guide them with a little bit of, okay, you can improve this by doing that. And then, who
were the coaches for you that gave you that gift of guidance as opposed to telling you what to do? And when you were playing under them, was it the best football of your life?
I know you loved Philippe Trousier, our World Cup coach.
I think
we all hated that guy.
With Philippe Trousier, I used to have a panga in my side because he was that close. He was that close to getting it.
That still feels like a fever dream for us. That guy, that chapter.
You know what? I think that's one of the regrets that I have in life, that I didn't just say, you know what, gloves off, all principle aside.
You
and
mustn't push.
Purely Hanover Park, you mustn't do one right. I wish I had just more courage just to do that because he deserved it.
Yeah.
But listen, I wish I had coaches to when I was coming through that gave me that kind of advice. And I think so that's the beauty of me becoming a coach, because the reason when I finished playing football, I always said, what kind of a coach, what kind of a manager do you want to become? I want to be a manager that I would run through a brick wall for. So what does that mean? What do you need to do? Just bloody listen to me, man. Don't give me your expertise, your advice. Sometimes listen to what I need. Because it's always managers, you're smarter than everyone. That's the perception. So I give, you take, and you do. And if you don't do as I say, you sit on the bench or you in the stand. So.
And who's your best manager? Who's the
Jose.
Mourinho.
Mourinho, Mark Hughes was very much like that. Those were the managers. If you look at my career, you see when I played under those managers, you look at the numbers, you look at the stats, and they don't lie.
No.
I was second top goal scorer in the Premier League. I was the club's top goal scorer by a milestone, playing for Blackburn Rovers under Mark Hughes, because he didn't try to shape me. He listened, let me do that. Where I needed help, I'll come to you. His door is wide open for me. So I was every single day in his office. Boss, what do you think? Boss, does. He must have did. Why did I say I have an open? Why I have an open door policy?
We're on the radio, Benny.
It's morning radio. It's live, Benny.
Family friend. But clearly it means that, Mr. Benny, you're feeling very comfortable
I'm
with
sorry,
us here this morning.
Benny, I'm sorry for bringing up Philippe Trousier. All right, I'm sorry for that. Benny,
You shouldn't have.
the punga's coming out as well. Listen, Benny, so winning the Champions League, that's it. I don't know. I mean, you hear a lot of players debate, is it better than to win the Champions League than it is to win the World Cup? I suppose they're two different territories. But what was that like with your Champions League medal for Porto?
I think winning the World Cup is more prestigious. It is massive. It's world, but club level, because the Champions League is almost like the league. It's over a year. So it's a process. You play against the best clubs in Europe, not just in the Premier League. You've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, tough games. And then the rest is games that you should win, but the Premier League is completely different. Every game is tough, but you have your 5 elite teams in the Premier League. But this time you play against the 5 elite teams in Spain, the 5 elite teams in Germany, the 5 elite teams in Italy. Turkey's got 3 elite teams. So every European country, the top team or the 2 top teams are in the Champions League, and you get to play against all of them. So it is excruciatingly tough and hard, because you don't know how good they are, because you don't play against them week in, week out, and you don't see. So with the day you face them, that's how you see how good you are compared to them. So winning the Champions League is incredibly tough, and we just had a season that kind of went our way, with Porto, because we had no right to win that Champions League. With all the amazing teams there was, we were fortunate, and that's why we never took for granted. We blessed.
Who's the toughest defender you've ever, like when you go, I've got this guy, no, today's going to be a rough one?
Nemanja Vidic. That was one dude that didn't care what happened to him. Even if you go with your foot, he puts his face there, not his head. He comes in with his face. So a dude like that is scary. If you wonder, he's not afraid to get a blue eye or to walk out this game with a patch on one side. Then you know something's wrong. You need to be aware of. He was the toughest player.
Now, Ronaldo or Messi?
Listen,
Hold on, hold your breath, everybody. You know which side I'm on here.
And I think you already know Benny's answer, Darren.
I
And
don't.
You're
I don't.
asking this question strategically.
And why?
Me,
and why?
I don't like to compare the two because I think we are blessed and we are fortunate to have had two players in the same generation to bring out the best out of each other. You know, Messi is natural talent, God given. His mom gave birth and he was already juggling, you know. So he is naturally, and he took his talents to levels that was incredible. But me, I think every kid can inspire to what Cristiano Ronaldo is.
Yes,
He was
See, you see?
I'm the only one in a whole room full of kids.
he was a good football player, a specimen, but his mentality and his mindset, and he worked on himself and he made himself to be what he is. And if you can't admire that and respect that, then there's something wrong with you.
Now, you, out of all your goals, what's the one that you play through your mind as you're falling asleep at night, over and over?
The one that hurts me still today the most, Champions League versus ManU, because I was only meant to score and lose the match, not score and go on win and knock them out the Champions League. So that was hard. That was hard. And when I went to work, when I started working there, every single person that was working in the office, because obviously a lot of mature people, it's not like 10 years old where they can't remember what happened in 2004. Every day, oh, you the guy that knocked us out in 2004. But welcome to Manchester United. Okay. Every day someone would come in and says, yes, this guy, man. That was the year we were going to win the Champions League again. And I was like, and then you guys happened. But anyway, welcome. Thank you. And I was like, how do you take this? I'm like, I'm Man United.
Benny, as a coach now, all these young guys here, what do you look for? Football has changed somewhat a little bit. It's a bit more structured now. It's less physical, I think, in some leagues. What are you as a coach looking at going out onto a field scouting? You see 13, 14-year-olds. What are you looking for that? Because I'm sure you can make your mind up in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah. I think most coaches look for kids who don't make mistakes, and then you want to pull your hair out because you make a mistake. You know, mistakes is part of growing. Mistakes is part of life. If you make a mistake, you accept it, you brush it off, and you go again and try that same thing again. That's the first player that goes on my list, because I know that's a player with the right mentality, because he knows he doesn't let a mistake puts him off, because when you make a mistake, now you start calculating. Oh, let me do something different instead of trying it again and again, because once you succeed, you've learned from the mistake that you just made, and you went on to rectify it. So kids that don't let a mistake put them off, and also somebody that don't point fingers. You know, you your teammate make a mistake. Hey, it's okay. It happens. You know, and those are the qualities and the characters that you look for in young kids to have, because you know that's the guy I would go to war with, because he would have my back. If I make a mistake, he's not gonna jump on my back and also make it hard for me. You know, so those are the
and I guess that plays into it's more about, because look, when players reach a certain level, they've all got the ability, but now it's the mentality, and that's the difference between a top amateur and a professional. Is that accurate?
Yeah, no, that really is, and already, and it's crazy, because you know we like to talk about new generation and our generation. But unfortunately for this generation, we have social media, and it is a killer. It is a killer, because these kids are now so aware of what's said and what's out there, and how do they need to look, and how do they need to play. Instead of just focusing on themselves and trying to be themselves, they're trying to be someone else. So you see, like, kids nowadays, like, on their iPads, on their phones and that, instead of thinking, oh, the game's starting in 10 minutes, how am I going to play? Conversing with your teammates, with your friends, and, talk tactics, or, but everyone's on their phones and then the whistle go, phone gone, and then you go and
What's
play.
the plan?
What's the plan? Because
Yeah.
everybody was too busy. So I think that's the part of this technology stuff that I hate, because when we were there, when I was playing, we had that Mursa Nokia phone. so you couldn't.
You could just play the worm game.
Exactly. And not everybody's parents had one. So, we were just with the ball. We just had the ball and juggle and try tricks and that. And that's all little things that helps you improve. Once that whistle go and you step over that line, everyone has tried something, so you're just going to be free and play. And there's no technology that's still in your head. Oh, I just saw something, and you think, and that's what I'm so sad for this generation, because everything is just too much out
Being
there
ruined.
and a distraction for them.
If you didn't make it as a footballer, where do you think you'd be right now?
Oh God.
If because you played Cape Town Spurs, you played and then you leveled up and we lost you to the world. Where would if you hadn't got that phone call to go, you're getting a pro contract, where do you think you would have been?
I think football was my calling. It was my calling. It was written in the stars that was going to be my destiny. I can't think, honest to God, I can't think of anything to tell you. Oh, I would have been a mechanic, work someone's workshop. I think a lot of people would have probably come to see me in my grave and said, oh, you could have been one of those guys, because like I said, Hanover Park, Manenberg, the Cape Flats, it is not easy. It is not easy, because you're playing football. The next thing you just see normal kids that look like you, that playing football, just pulling out whips and just start shooting each other, right? Not giving a care in the world that is 10, 11, 12-year-old kids playing football.
Yeah.
They just shoot right like
Across
you
the
don't
field.
even exist. So I would be lying if I say I would have been this or that. Football, that's why for me I say football saved my life, because I know what life I had in Hanover Park, and it was a life where if you're not aware of any of your surroundings, good luck. People go and visit you at your grave, leave a flower every 3, 4, 5 months that they remember you even were there, and unfortunately that is the harsh reality, and that is what people don't want to know or don't want to hear. But it's sad like that, but that is how it is.
When you were at Manchester United, how many gangsters phoned you for tickets?
You did say
Hey,
in the book,
Benny,
you were part
remember, I coached you as a kid.
you played for the
There-
clubs.
Everyone coached you. I know, and
there
my aunt
was-
coached you
there
as well.
was a lot,
apparently.
but I was really proud of that, because I'm in a position that I've dreamt, that they all dreamt of being, and one of our own made it. One of our own is able to be there. So if I know I've not seen him in 100 years or 20, 30 years, but this is my moment. If I can get the chance to go to England and call Benny up and ask him for tickets, I was an open door to all South Africans and so many people that I've met at Old Trafford, because Old Trafford is visited by so many South Africans from all over the world. They used to see me there, and I know they want to see the players, they want to see that. And
Change
I was
room,
like,
everything. Meet the manager.
I would let them come in and meet some of the players. week after week after that, I was like, oh my God, listen, I need to stop this. So that we can, but these players are going to start saying, if they see me, then they duck and then they go the other way, because this Benny is annoying, man. Yeah, he's our boy, but he keeps introducing us to hundreds of people, man. So yeah, so I try to now, but I try to help everybody, and I try to make everybody's dream come true, because we are here, and there it's them. Man United, you only see on TV. You don't have those possibilities to touch or to speak or to see them. So if you in a situation where you can make it easy for anybody, I did that.
You know what, Benny? You're an inspiration. You're an icon. You're everything that is great, and we are very proud of you.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that, man.
And I would love to spend another 2 hours with you, but I'm afraid all the rest of the details, you're going to have to buy Benny's book. It's on shelves now. You're going to have to buy the book. I love the fact Sibs was saying, you know, you wrote it. You know, you didn't get some ghost writer
it
to...
sounds like you. I mean, I know you worked with Mark Gleason, but every chapter sounds like
Your
you,
phrasing.
Benny. And you are so funny, and you are so inappropriate.
Like, Benny, I don't want to read your book. I want the audio version of your book.
Yeah.
Please do that. I want to listen to it in the car.
I mean, when he talks about the girls that came after that first salary went into the account, Benny. And also, I'm a Pirates fan, so I loved your time at Pirates, but I know your heart is with Kaizer Chiefs. We've spoken about Man United. Quickly, is a Kaizer Chiefs coaching job a possibility?
I don't know.
Have they called you?
You have to ask them. But listen, running a football club and doing the right by your football club is down to management. They need to find what's right for them, what's the right fit, what's the right coach, and that. And I'm sure they've been in this business they've managed that club for that long. They would know what's the right thing to do for them. But for me, of course, that's my aspirations. That's what I hope and dream for. And my dreams were always to play or coach the teams that I loved, that I supported. So my biggest dream was to play for Man United, and I was this close to getting there. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And then I got a chance to go coach there to fulfill one, and I will. It will always hamper me because I didn't play there, because I thought that was when I would have had probably the biggest impact. And Kaizer Chiefs is exactly the same as Man United. Kaizer Chiefs was local, and Man United was abroad, foreign. So yeah, play or coach them. That is the ultimate dream, and I've not fulfilled both of those two. So there's still time.
There's still
Benny,
time.
you've still got
Life
a
is
very
long.
managerial career
Yes.
ahead of you. So I thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your time.
Benny.
Again, you're a whirlwind. Get the book. It's out on shelves now. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, an icon of South Africa, Mr. Benni McCarthy. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Kfm Mornings.